Okay, we're back. We're going to go start chopping some of this out. Now you can spray it if your wood is a little tough. You can spray it with the 50-50 of the rubbing alcohol and the water solution. Okay, right here where the tassel is, I'm just going to block this out a little bit. Start from the bottom. Alright. And go over here. Kind of follow that out and around a little bit. So we're starting to get the tassel to come out. You're going to do the same thing over here. Keep it going in the same way as that corner is, that you can see. I just knocked one of my Santas over, that's right. What you're going to do is bring this up and around. Alright. And then we're going to go in a little further over here and kind of just blend that in. So we're just, this is a little difficult because you're going across the grain, so you want to be really careful when you do that. Alright. But this gives us an where the tassel will end up being. Of course, we're going to round that off later on, and round this portion off, so there's a lot more to do there. But that gives us an idea where it belongs. Now here at the top of the nose, now when I drew my nose on, this is the top of the hat. Alright, this is the top of the hat. And then what we want to do is go down, bring this around. And I love a little fat nose. I find that the fatter you make that nose, the cuter the face becomes, for the most part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a stop cut, cut out the bridge of the nose. Just take my time with this, you know, just go down a little ways. And then I'm going to follow this line out, the one that drapes down for the hat. I bring this down and around. Alright, and we're just going to cut that out. I should have had that coming in a little bit. No, that's okay. That'll be alright. I'll bring this out a little bit further. There we go. And we're going to bring this up as well. Right. And right here, where the corner of the hat meets and this, you kind of just want to make a nice little triangular cut there. Okay? The same thing over here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go down here a little ways. Oh, we haven't gone across yet there. I'm sorry, we didn't get that done. Let's go across here first. Getting ahead of myself here. And we're going to trim that out a little bit. That's why it looked a little strange. And I was wondering why I didn't see the bottom of that. Because I didn't make that ledge there yet for the top of the chimney. We get ahead of ourselves sometimes. It's okay. Eventually I would have taken care of that. Okay. There we go. You know what, since this is out further, I'm going to take this out just a little further. So let me take this out just a tad further. There we go. Yeah. Alright. There we go. That looks a little more even. I should have brought it in a little further, but it is what it is. And that's why they always look a little different. You do something a little different from one to the other. Okay, right at the top here, we're going to scoop this out as well. We're just going to start scooping this out. Alright. We're going to round this off a little bit. Again, you want to take that rough stuff off the top if you can right away, and that's out of the way. That will be dark anyway when you paint it because of the fact that being the end grain. And whenever you do carvings on the top of the end grain, it can be very difficult. Your knife really should be sharp. It's a lot easier going with the grain than against it, of course. And you just want to make sure that your knife is super sharp, especially working around this here. Alright. Bring this down a little bit more. Let's see. Alright, and sometimes if you put that spray mixture on it, it makes it a lot easier to carve on the end grain. The only problem when you put that stuff on, you want to be careful you don't overdo it. That you end up when it ends up drying, you see all these little cracks in it, which has happened to me more than once. So you want to use it sparingly. What it is it's rubbing alcohol and water, and I use it all the time, no matter what carving I use. I enjoy it being nice and soft to carve. It makes it more of a pleasure for me to carve. Now this is a little knife that was given to me. I actually won this in a drawing at one of our shows. I'm not even sure who made it, but it's a nice little detailed knife. But sometimes I prefer my old knife better, and all that. Alright, so we're going to keep digging this out here. Now I'm going to do the nose here. Well, actually we're going to cut this back a lot further. So let's do another stop cut and just kind of. You don't want to go up too far when you cut this. You want to keep it kind of low at the bottom here. Like this is the very bottom part of the nose hanging over the chimney. Okay, and after you get that done, I'm going to take a look at this and see if I can just tweak this a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take my knife and I'm going to start doing the cheek and the eyes here. I'm going to take it exactly in parallel to what the corner is, okay? So how I have my knife positioned is how that cut should go in. You shouldn't cut it out like this or like this. Exactly straight in from the corner. So we're going to go up here and okay, and the same thing right here where this meets the top of the chimney. You want to make kind of deep there. We're going to just hopefully pop that right out. Yeah, just like that. And you almost want that to pop out too, but remember you got to go to the top of the hat again, right underneath the hat, and recut that. You're going to make that pretty deep, because your deepest part on this carving is going to be right here, okay, right where the eye is, and where the eye and the nose meet. I'll be right back and we'll keep going.